Greetings, it's Yate, Miss Pro Natural, and I'm here to celebrate the first day of Kwanzaa. And we'll talk about this, but today, the first day of Kwanzaa, December 26th, is Umoja. I might be pronouncing this wrong. Umoja, and it means unity. And I'm going to read this African proverb, and we'll talk about Umoja and what it means and how can we apply it. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. African proverb. Thank you all for tuning in to today's scope. I am Yate, aka Miss Pro Natural in the natural hair community, and I'm basically thank you Chocolate Styles for joining. I greatly appreciate it. Today I decided that I would get on opportunities. We're using Periscope and we can interact with one another, and I wanted to start by celebrating the first day of Kwanzaa and today's principle, the 7 principles. So we start with principle number 1, which is Umoja, and that means unity. And I read an African proverb for today, which says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So what does this mean to us? First, I will read what Umoja means based on Dr. Karinga's definition, which is the young man that created it back in 1966. And it's not a religious celebration. Thank you. Thanks for the real Rootz love. It's not a religious celebration or a political celebration. It's actually a cultural celebration, one that he created for Africans who live here in America to celebrate. And I'm paraphrasing this from how I see it. In a way to bring us together. Remember where we come from, what our forefathers and ancestors stood for, what kept them together, and how he created and used these 7 principles as a way to unify us or reunify us in some instances, get us refocused and focus on our community as a whole, to rebuild it and revive it. And I'm using a lot of REs here because I really believe that we've gotten away from these principles, and it's evident in our communities how we interact with one another. Some of us, I'll say some of us, but from a wider sense, it's evident in how we interact, how we relate. The lack of trust, not doing business with one another, always looking side eye, when it comes down to that, or not upholding a standard or operating in a level of excellence from a business standpoint in doing business with one another. But with that, the meaning of and I'm going to work on pronouncing these names correctly. Umoja is unity. And the definition that Dr. Karinga gave for it is to strive for and maintain unity. And I'm going to say within our family. And family could be our blood family or the family that we've created, from people that we know. Because a lot of times, things happen within family dynamics, and you don't necessarily have to be blood to call someone family, because there is a brother and or a sister that sticks, and when I say brother or sister, I mean those outside of your your traditional family that stick close to you, unlike a sister or brother within your family. And that sister or brother could be aunt, uncle, cousin, distant cousin, whatever. But it's to strive for and maintain unity in our family or in the family, our community, the community, whether it be locally, at large, or globally, and our culture. But he said nation and race. But I say culture because we're everywhere. As African Americans, we're living everywhere just about. So in honoring today's principle and using this phrase that I found on Pinterest, and I'm giving credit where I found it, and I will be using those same images with different principles as we go through the next 7 days for Kwanzaa and honoring Kwanzaa. And I talk more about how it began, what it means, but I wanted to come on and just begin the first day and not let this day slip away without going over the first principle, which is Umoja. Somebody help me out. Help me out here. But I'm taking the initiative to begin the celebration. And as my shirt says, I am the African imprint. I am the African imprint. You are the African imprint. We are collectively the African imprint. So today's quote that goes with unity is an African proverb, and it reads, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, which ties into unity. In order for us to go far, progress, and move forward, we have to go together. We have to unify and tie in and come together if we want to go far. Now, if we don't want to go far and we want to stay stagnant or move a little bit at a time, then go alone. You can go quickly, but you may not go as far as you could if you join together, which is why I'm guessing here that unity is the first principle. In order to lead into all the other principles, we got to unite. We have to come together. And as the definition that he put forth, Dr. Karinga put forth, said, to strive for and maintain. So to strive for, that's something you continuously do. So we'll always be striving for unity. And we'll always be striving to maintain that unity within our culture, within our families. We should strive for that within our families and strive to maintain it to the best of our ability. Our communities, that's locally, that is where the most impact comes. That's where you see the transformation. That's where you see transformative action take place in the local community. Not saying that we can't have it in a global community or extended community, but you really see the interaction, the transformation, and things take place on a local level. You're living in that community. Really, that's where you want the most impact to be, right where you live. So, in going into the next way that we should strive for and maintain unity is as a culture. That's something that we need to always continue to strive towards, because we have so much out there that's still trying to divide and conquer us. And in some instances, it's happening. They, whoever they may be in whatever form they may be in, is being successful at doing that, because we can see all the chaos that is happening and taking place in our communities, locally, globally, extended communities, you name it. So it's important that we strive for or renew our tenacity to strive towards and maintain unity within our culture, our nation as African Americans, as a race, as a group of people, because the time is now for us to join and band together and really make that a priority, because that's the only way that we're going to survive with what's happening and what's going on. But that's my thought for today's first principle of Kwanzaa. I'm Yate, Miss Pro Natural. I'm known as Miss Pro Natural in the natural hair community. And this is the heritage segment of Real Roots Naturals, celebrating Kwanzaa 2015, day 1. And that is the principle of Umoja. Help me out. I'm learning. Thank you all. Today's principle is unity. Remember unity. We must have unity in the community, our families, our communities, as a culture. This has been our celebration for the first day of Kwanzaa. I am Yate, Miss Pro Natural, natural hair advocate, and Real Roots Naturals organizer. I welcome you to share this broadcast, as well as show me some Real Roots love by tapping on the screen. Those of you who are on Android, you can swipe to the right and hit the Periscope there in the corner. And if you're on Android, you just swipe up and you may share it on your Twitter account or share it with your followers. I thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast. I also want to thank my replay viewers for taking time out of your day to celebrate day 1 of Kwanzaa with Real Roots Naturals. As always, I leave you with embrace your natural hair and celebrate your real roots. And remember, you are the African American imprint. You are the African